And we are on This is Pick 6 by Sports Unhinged, our Pickems segment. You guys know the drill. Every week, me and Yujita pick 3 games, 6 picks. We pick against the spread. We pick the over-under. We get double points for beating the expert. Coach, our resident expert, last week, you had a good week. 4 out of 6 picks, but so did we. We also got 4 out of 6 picks. It was quite a boring week because me and Yujita had the exact same picks for every single game. So there was no chance there to make any moves in the scores. 2 beat the experts each, and we got 6 points each. That pushes us up to 21-19. Yujita, do me a favor. Just have some different picks, a little bit of originality this week, all right?
I do what I can, man. I go where I'm told. I do what I can. I'm a married man.
Coach, you're stepping it up. No more 3 out of 6. Now you push it up to 4. Are we going for 5 this week?
I think maybe I have it. I think I've got the magic formula.
All right, let's go. Game number 1, Cleveland at the LA Chargers. The LA Chargers are 2.5 points favorites. Over under is 46.5. Let me start with my pick. I have heard a lot of, I don't know, just meanness going towards Baker Mayfield this week because of the announcement that he had a torn labrum because he made a move or a tackle on a turnover, and people are saying that, quarterbacks shouldn't be making these tackles, it's too costly. This guy's trying to win, so let me stand up for him a little bit. I think Baker Mayfield, yes, he's struggled, but I've heard people on ESPN talk about how the Browns are winning games despite him, not because of him, and I think that's just going too far. Yes, he's a polarizing figure. Since he joined the league, he's a bit too arrogant, too confident. But let's not forget, they've got the right team in place. And then this team, if anybody could beat the LA Chargers after the amazing run that they have gone on, I think it would be this team. Myles Garrett leading the league in sacks. I think he will turn up as well. And that defense is nothing to scoff about. They've only allowed 34 points total from weeks 2 to 4. They had a bad first week, but so did many other teams. My pick is Cleveland 30, Chargers 24, Cleveland to cover the 2.5 underdog spread, and I'm going for the over. Yujita, what do you got?
Yeah, you called it right, so I'm going to go completely against you this week. First of all, with the whole Baker comment, it's not all about his labrum or whatever the hell it is, but he hasn't been looked great for the last 2 weeks. The only good part of his game is the play action, where he's about 71%. You're right, the defense is good. Garrett's going to live in the backfield. And who's that other guy? Jeremiah Owusu Camarao. Yeah, that's a biblical name alone don't want to mess with on a Sunday, right? But I think Herbert and Brandon Staley, I think they've got this game, though. It's going to be a defensive game. I'll take Chargers to cover, and I like the under in this 23-20 because I think Cleveland will still give it a go in defense.
Okay, Coach.
Well, can we say biblical on this pod? I didn't know that. Holy cow!
Hey,
you
said
go to town.
The other day. I can say biblical.
Look, I agree on the unders, Yujitha. I think that the Chargers defense has been underrated a bit, especially the last couple of weeks with how they played very well against both Carr and the Raiders. Carr was top 3 in yardage coming into the game. They did a good job shutting him down. Same with Dak when they played the Cowboys. I know they didn't win the game, but the defense really showed up and held Dallas in check. So I like the under in this. I do think maybe Baker's gotten a little bit of a bad gig there, but at the same time, sometimes you reap what you sow. And it comes back to get you. So I like the Chargers in this one to cover. I like them to go on to 4-1.
All right, bring it on. All I'm hearing is beat the expert picks. That's all I'm hearing right now. Okay, game number 2. Mark's Chicago Bears at the Las Vegas Raiders. And this one is quite an interesting one. The Raiders are 5.5 points favorite. The over-under is 44.5. Yujita, I'll let you go first on this one. What do you have?
Yeah, look, if you go by heart, you want the Bears to get this one. You want Justin Fields to do what he's been doing for the last couple of weeks. They've finally got a system that he can work with. But there's been some news that Khalil Mack is not fully fit, and Akeem Nicks is questionable, and the guy Mooney, their wide receiver. So I don't know how this. They'll probably do a good job defensively, but I really can't see them winning this game at the Rams just yet. Maybe a couple of more
The
weeks
Raiders.
for
Raiders.
sorry, the Raiders. Yeah, a couple of more weeks for Fields to get outside and do his thing. So I'll go with the Raiders. I'll take the Raiders on 27-24, but I'll go Bears to cover.
27-24. So the Bears to cover. Okay. You've got the calculator there. Are you over or under 44.5?
But we'll figure it out. I mean, I hope your statistics guy is there. We'll figure it out.
Coach, run the numbers through your head while I go through my pick. All right.
That's over. That's over.
So I can repeat it slowly if you want.
Yeah, that's fine.
Raiders to win, Bears to cover. All right.
Got it.
27-24 over, baby.
All right. So I think the Raiders have had a very good start to the season. But the news about John Gruden is the kind of distraction that you don't want at this point in time. Like you said, the Chicago Bears probably won't get a lot of traction on offense either. So I'm going with the low scoring game. I think both teams will struggle to start. We might even go through a quarter and a half before any points are scored. I'm going Chicago 12, Raiders 18. The Raiders just to cover the spread of 5.5 points. And I'm going for the under. Coach.
Hey, I learned that Nagy, the head coach, is a little more egotistical than I expected him to be. By giving over the play calling duties to Coach Lazor, but saying everything runs through me. I wonder if his ego comes back to haunt him again this week. And unfortunately, I'm afraid it does. I like the Raiders to cover this easily, and I like this also to be an under game.
Okay, excellent.
All right, one for you, one for me. All right.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got beat the experts somewhere in there.
I think he's playing it safe.
Certainty.
He's playing it safe. This guy.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Game three, the big game of the week. It's Buffalo at Kansas City.
The game of the season.
Josh Allen against Mahomes. This is potentially the AFC Championship. I mean, a lot would agree with that. It's KC are 2.5 points favorite. The over-under is 56.5, so a very high number of points there. For me, I mean, I think KC have a serious problem that will be exposed this week. They're bottom of their division. There's a reason for that. Nobody's talking about it because Patrick Mahomes has been outscoring whoever, the other offense is, well, in 2 occasions out of the 4 in the last couple of weeks. But that can only go so far. So for me, I think it's still going to be a shootout. I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. I'm definitely going for the over. I'm picking Buffalo 33, KC 32. It's going to be that close. So I'm going for a 65-pointer of a game, a lot of touchdowns. It's going to be very entertaining. Buffalo will cover and win the game. Yeah, that's my pick. Yujita, what do you have?
Yeah, this is where we go back into the room that we picked up last week on this pick right here. Right? I mean, like you said, man, even though it's Arrowhead, and even you got the TikTok star Jackson Mahomes' brother under center. Yeah, that's a different story altogether. The Bills have too much of a complete unit here. Casey's got nothing on defense. Bills doing 404 average yards. So I'm sticking with you on this, man. And I've got it at 31-27. Okay. Also, Bills winning, so obviously covering and going over. They've been averaging 31 point something the whole all season.
I have a feeling Coach is about to tell us how loud Arrowhead is in these games. Coach, agree, disagree?
Yeah. Well, it'll be the New England 26-0 game. Here.
Oh, yeah. That happened.
Yep, let's do it.
Arrowhead is very loud, but I don't think it's going to make that much difference. I just can't see Kansas City beating Buffalo 3 games in a row with 2 pretty good wins last year. And then I also think that the loss to Pittsburgh to open the season for Buffalo was a big eye-opener for them.
Right.
Kind of knocked them off their pedestal a bit, has them hungry again. So I like Buffalo not only to cover, but also to win the game. And I also like a big shootout because one thing you can say about Mahomes, whether it's his TikTok brother or himself,
Right. Well,
he doesn't hang
Cowboys
them
should
up
pick him
until
up.
they blow.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't hang it up till they fire the final gun. So
Right.
I can see it
Yep.
definitely being over. But I like over and Buffalo to win the game.
Wow.
All right, we're all square again this week at the end.
Okay.
Damn.
So first game
Yep.
is me. Well, first two games is me versus you. And then the third game is us versus coach, which is all right. This is the kind of action we're looking for, not the same
Right.
picks across the board, Yujita. Well done. Well done. You did well today.
Exactly. Let's end it with a quote from one of the greatest football auditors of all time,
Okay.
Coach Michael C. Barkley, in a message earlier today. And you might need your dictionary for this.
Okay.
He said, "You guys suck. I'm your dominator."
Ah.
Ha 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 ha, with a repulsive emoji at the end. Suffice to say, less dominating, less sucking going on. Let's go.
All right, let's go. Let's go. This was Pick 6 by Sports Unhinged. Play along. Put your picks in the comment section. Like, subscribe, do the whole thing. And yeah.
Mohammed, thanks, Andy, for the games, by the way.
Yes, and I'd like, thanks for reminding me on that. Big shout out to Andy Turner, who suggested or picked the games for us today for this segment. So, yeah.
Hey, that's Mr. Fantasy Football, Andy Turner. Thank you very much.
He is. All right, guys.
Mr. Fantasy, all right.
Excellent.
Football.
Thanks,
See you guys.
guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, bye-bye.